Hello, this is Landon Smith, and welcome to my next commentary. This is the first time I'm not making a drastic change to something or making an announcement. What to say? Anyway, fanboys. What can be said about them? They cling on to many different forms of entertainment, whether books, movies, video games, or possibly even three, and basically worship them as if they were the gods of their lives. And while I take no pleasure in saying this, what else can I say? They defend something that, in the grand scheme of things, isn't going to last. They refuse to simply move on with their lives once the book, movie, or game is gone, and finally they attack those who disagree with them with ad hominem attacks, bursts of rage, and literally denouncing them as idiots. Now, in the world of gaming, I've seen Sony and PC fanboys. Heck, I even expect Microsoft fanboys one of these days. But the company I least expected this from was Nintendo. Nintendo! I mean, can anyone really say that with a straight face, knowing that the happiest gaming company on earth has produced this sort of behavior? I mean, yeah, it was possible, but at the same time, it was very unlikely. Well, how bad is the case? Well, let's take a gander at Eat Sleep Game 64's Wii U rant and see what's truly wrong with this video.
What's up, YouTube? It's me, Braden Cole, and I'm not currently at the Eat Sleep Game headquarters, and this is the second video I've done from this location. I'm at a friend's house.
I realize this is a pet peeve of mine, but why do you need to tell us this? Heck, even if I was recording at a different place, I wouldn't try to state that, and I get more views on my videos than you do on most of yours. I mean, if you had a huge following, then I could understand. But this video barely got about 70 views in the 13-some days it was uploaded. So, why the need to bring it up?
But, currently, like I said, this should be the last video in this quality, so I apologize. But
is there really a need to apologize for something like this? Back on my main channel, I made the same mistake for apologizing when I didn't need to, but I was new. Not to insult you, but it's almost like you get pretty easily nervous, and when speaking to a large audience, that's the last thing you want.
I've heard a couple of things, and I just want to get them on right now, because they're just fresh in my mind, and I'm frustrated about it.
Because as we all know, when making a rant, it's always best to simply use your emotions. Nothing more.
The previous video I did was
Watch it now. You don't want me to pull the edit card out, do you?
Xbox 720 rant, and now I'm going to do a Wii U rant. But I'm not going to do a negative Wii U rant. I'm going to do a positive Wii U rant.
In your defense, when I looked up the definition for a rant, it didn't necessarily say that a rant had to be negative, but filled with some amount of anger over an issue. At the same time, though, when someone watches a rant, they expect the person to talk about something in a negative manner, and with a title like Wii U rant, that will be misinterpreted as saying something against the Wii U. Just saying.
A lot of people that...
Oh, how I wish I didn't have to do this, but looks like I have no choice. Time for the edit card.
That was easy.
That have been shown the Wii U, a lot of hardcore gamers, which I'll get to that later.
That was easy.
A lot of hardcore gamers say, oh, it's not even really a next-gen console. The graphics don't even really look that good. Okay. They've seen the tech demos for Zelda, okay? The tech demos...
That was easy.
History shows are only 10% of what the console can actually do.
Whoa, wait a minute. By 10% do you mean the graphics, since the Wii U's detractors are focusing on that aspect? Are you sure you want to continue this unprepared?
If you look at E3 from the GameCube, and then you look at E3 from the N64, these games...
That was easy.
...don't look as good as they're gonna. It's just an idea of what to kind of expect.
While it is true to a certain extent that tech demos aren't the full capability of a console's first line of games, that 10% pertains more to content than anything else, since the tech demos give gamers a good idea of what to anticipate with the company's first game graphic-wise. Take for example the Gears of War E3 2005 trailer. Here we can see what the game could potentially look like. Now we see the game in action. Yeah, not much of a difference, is it?
Like, so the Zelda HD trailer that was shown, that isn't even the console's full ability. That's like 10% of it, okay?
As far as content is concerned, most likely. In the Zelda HD trailer's case, in terms of looks, that's pretty much what we're going to expect.
And then like the
That was easy.
Just the war games and stuff that were shown off, that's 10% of what this thing can do, okay? You gotta think, okay, next-gen consoles, okay, graphically, Okay, if you look at a PC right now and you look at the max specs of a PC, like on the best PC you got, the only thing that's really better is the graphics are sort of better.
I know PC gamers who would highly disagree with you in that regard.
Okay, they're better. But what's way better is the frame rate is 60 frames per second. Okay, constant, alright?
That was easy.
Just in everything, like full 180p support, stuff like that.
Don't you mean 1080?
Okay, so that's basically what, in my opinion, the PS4 and the Xbox 720 are going to focus on. Okay?
You know, a PC gamer would argue that above all the reasons you've stated, the reason why their games look better is because of a higher texture quality in the graphics, so everything from environments to character models have more detail that could not be achieved in the PS3 or 360. I know. I've been around them.
And the Wii U is more than likely going to be way more capable than the PS3 and the Xbox 360. I'm talking at like 5 or 6 times better, okay?
This report came directly from Wii U Daily, a site dedicated to giving news and rumors regarding the Wii U. As you can see, the rumors state the Wii U will be 50% more powerful than 360 or PS3. But hey, maybe I'm missing something, so let's do a little math. Alright, we have number 50, and since we're dealing with percents, we need to multiply by 0.01. And what do we get? What's this? 0.5? Call me naive, but that doesn't seem like 5 or 6 times to me. Also, according to that same website, Nintendo also made a statement that even with these new upgrades, graphics are not, I repeat, not their focus. So why is it yours?
It's going to have 60 frames per second. It's going to be full 180p. All games are going to be 180p, period. There's going to be none of this only 720p crap or 180i. Full 180p, 60 frames per second, and it's going to be great.
Yeah, it'll be great with all these wonderful features like full 180p, 60 frames per second, and being 50% more powerful than the 360 or PS3. Yeah, I realize I'm being harsh right now, but see what happens when you simply make a video with only your feelings backing you up? Really? So you're just gonna let this one slide? It's your video.
Another thing that bothers me is that they say, well, once the PS3, 4, and the Xbox 720 come out, they're going to blow the Wii U out of the water. Not really. Okay.
No, I'm not using that card. From this point forward, I'm simply editing this myself because, my goodness, this is lazy work. And I've seen some of his earlier stuff, and he knows how to edit. This is pretty unacceptable, and I should not have to edit this for him. Look, sir, either you practice without a script like the Archfiend or Undertaker Freak 1127, or go use one. Anything, just please stop with these pauses and stutters next time, okay?
The Wii U, they're thinking about changing the name because they don't want it associated with the Wii, because then people are going to think it's just a different Wii or it's just a new controller for the Wii. And I agree with that.
Why does it matter whether or not it's called the Wii U? I mean, think about it. The name PlayStation. Sounds dumb, but you know why it sold well? The games. The name of a console means little in the world of games. It's judged mainly by the games it has. So if it's named the Wii U and has some fantastic games, will it matter?
But the Wii was the first game console, the very first one, that was less powerful than its competitors. The GameCube was just as powerful as the original Xbox and more powerful than the GameCube.
Whoops, another screw-up. Doesn't seem like unscripted videos are your forte. Oh, and about your statement regarding the GameCube and Xbox, are you sure?
Okay, if you look at Resident Evil 4, the GameCube one blows it out of the water for the PS2. It literally blows it out of the water. There's so much more detail, and there's more stuff going on than the PS2 version. And you could tell the PS2 is just kind of watered down.
While I don't deny that the GameCube version of RE4 did indeed look better than the PS2 version, you can't simply judge a console solely by that alone because, let's face it, it was a port. And as many of us know, ports generally don't look as good as the originals. So how about we make a more fair comparison? Here we have Resident Evil 4. Nice. Good lighting effects, solid textures, the color palette is pleasing enough to look at, though the animations are pretty stiff. Overall though, a good looking game. Now let's look at Shadow of the Colossus. Well, the color palette is pretty dreary, but the detail in the environment is still a pleasant sight, and again, good lighting effects, and the animations are incredible. I don't know, they look pretty even to me.
Okay, and then if you go back again, the PS1 was not as powerful as the Nintendo 64. The Nintendo 64 just was, I think, way graphically superior to the PS1, okay? The PS1 being a 32-bit system, and the Nintendo 64 being a 64-bit system.
Alright, I'll let you have this one, but keep in mind, this is still debatable.
And then if you go back even further, Super Nintendo was even more powerful than the Sega Genesis, okay? The only other time in history that this was really the case was the Nintendo wasn't as powerful as the Master System, the original Nintendo.
What's this? A contradiction? Well, this is what you get for your lack of preparation, my good man.
Okay? So, and regardless of the fact that it's not as powerful, the Wii sold way more. Okay, it's in its own league. It's not even competing with the Xbox 360 and the PS3. It has sold double, almost, than what the PS3 and the Xbox 360 have sold. Okay?
Not exactly.
So the fact that all these retards, these fanboys, okay?
Oh, it really seems apparent to me the smell of hypocrisy's high. It's not very good to act like this to you and after release date is nigh.
Think that it's okay to say that the Wii U is going to get blown away. It's not, okay? They might be a little better because they're going to get released later, but they're not going to be that much better.
Here's an article from It Pro Portal regarding the possible power of the 720. 600% seems pretty big. But you know what? Let's do another math problem. Here we have 600 times 0.01, and we get 6. So compare 6 times to 0.5 times.
Okay, it's got 1 gigabyte of RAM, supposedly. That's the rumor.
Actually, the rumor is 768 megabytes of RAM. But hey, I'm just nitpicking again.
Okay, if it's got 1 gigabyte of RAM, the original Xbox 360's only got 256 megabytes of RAM, okay?
Are you sure?
This is 2012 1 gigabyte RAM, okay?
Wait, what? Why would you... How does this... Ah! Okay, I'm cool. Now, as I was saying, why does it matter when the RAM was made, and how does this add to your argument? I'm sorry, but the way you were wording it just made it confusing, to me at least. I mean, all you really needed to say was that the Wii U had more RAM than the 360. But here you just added something that contributes nothing to this rant. So I ask again, what was the point of that statement?
There's threading and all kinds of different stuff that's involved. This is completely different RAM. If you have RAM from 2009 in your computer, and you have RAM from 2012 in your computer, the 2012 RAM is going to be highly superior. That's the same thing with processors, with power supplies, with everything computer-based, okay?
Don't you think you're exaggerating this a bit? I mean, yes, of course the newer RAM will be better than the older RAM, but the 2009 RAM is still 1 gigabyte. So how could the 2012 one be highly superior to the 2009 one? Way to go with the hyperboles, buddy.
A year's time will give it drastic, vast improvements. Okay, this is just the way computers work, okay?
Look, I know this is unscripted, but could you at least refrain from saying okay this many times?
So, you can't say that, oh, it's only got 1 gigabyte of RAM. This is 2012 RAM, okay?
Whatever you say, buddy. Whatever you say.
So, this is just my rant on the Wii U, and it's just, it's nice to see that everybody's so ignorant. I mean, it really is.
I'm almost speechless. I mean, wow. What can I say? It's ironic. It's sad. I'm shocked. Almost for words. Wait, I got something. Hold on. What a Nintendo narcissist! I mean, really, this guy's one of the most egotistical fanboys I've ever seen in my entire life, and I've seen plenty. Son of a gun, how consumed can you get? I mean, isn't it sad that I, an Xbox fan, know more about the Wii U than this guy? Look, I'll just say this. I don't have that high hopes for the Wii U. Not that I expect it to fail, but so far what I've seen did not impress me. But hey, there could be a grand turnaround for it. I don't know, but saying statements like these will not help your cause. No, sir. The only thing this will do will add more fuel to the fire. Maybe that's why there are no ratings on this video.
There's just so many ignorant people that have no appreciation for anything, and it just bothers me. Thank you for watching.
And there we end the video. So, final thoughts. Boy, I almost want to pity this guy. I mean, what a fanboy. No, what a Nintendo narcissist. I mean, really, how could Nintendo produce this sort of behavior? Okay, like I said, it was plausible, but up until this point, the odds of that were pretty slim. I mean, yeah, there are fanboys of the Wii, but then again, not like this. But hey, Maybe this activity is flaring up because of all the backlash the Wii U is getting, which I wouldn't encourage, but at the same time I wouldn't approve of actions like these. And Eat Sleep Game 64, let me warn you, if you ever find this video and you find you hate it, don't. I repeat, don't give a negative response, because I can tell you this. If you do that, you will only add more detractors to you and the Wii U and the Nintendo fanbase. Because right now, my friend, you are a bad example for them. Any attempt to denounce me or anyone else will fail, and you will end up looking like a grand fool. You will end up joining many others who have tried to defend themselves against backlash and failed horribly, and your reputation here will not be a nice one, I guarantee it. So for your sake, I implore you, let the detractors of the Wii U say what they want to say, and ignore them. And in the end, if they're wrong, they're wrong. If they're right, they're right. That doesn't mean you'll like the console any less. So just forget about this and move on. Anyway, that's the end of my commentary. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you making better YouTube videos. And so long for now, Shorty.
Shorty! Gonna Shorty do this? What else you wanna call me, a half-pint bean sprout, bitch?